Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. So do you have the
alright.
question paper in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So first question you have done correct. Okay. Sarah, look at the first question. Right. So basically an equation is given here. Ax square plus 7x plus b is equal to 0. Right. And it is given that x is equal to minus of 2 by 3 and x is equal to minus 3 are basically the roots of this equation. Find the value of a and b. So Martin, you have done it in a different way. I'm going to solve it in a different way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the roots, right? So that means these values of x should satisfy the equation, isn't it? Roots means what? Roots
Yeah.
means solution. Root or solution you call it, right? Or zero, we also call it zero sometimes. So they are same things. So solution means that this value of x is the solution of this equation. That means it is going to satisfy the equation. That means if I put in place of x, if I put minus 2 by 3 whole square plus 7 into minus 2 by 3 plus b, in that case also I'm going to get 0. All right. I mean, this left hand side is also equal to 0. That is the meaning of root. Understood, Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just solve it. So a into 4 upon 9, right? And then plus minus will get minus, then 14 by 3 and plus b is equal to 0. So you get 4a divided by 9 minus 14 by 3 plus b is equal to 0. Now take LCM. So 3 and 9, I mean, LCM will be 9 here. Please take the LCM. Don't write like this. Sometimes you make mistake in LCM also. I mean, many students do it. So please do it and then write. Because 9 is a multiple of 3. So ultimately the LCM is 9 in this case. Okay, so that becomes 9 into 1 and 1 into 4a remains 4a. Minus 3 into 3 is 9 and 3 into 14. So how much is 3 into 14? 42, right?
Yeah.
And plus 9b is equal to 0. So you cross multiply 9 into 0 will become 0. So you're only left with 4a plus 9b and minus 42 is equal to 0, right? That's my equation number 1. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now x minus 3, sorry, x is equal to minus 3 is another root of this equation. So that means this value should also satisfy it. So if I put minus 3 in place of x plus b, then also it will remain equal to 0. I mean, it is going to satisfy it. So that becomes 9a minus of 21 plus b is equal to 0. That becomes 9a plus b minus 21 is equal to 0. So now you have to solve equation 1 and 2 to get the value of e and b. These are linear equations in 2 variables. Okay. So any method you can use, elimination or substitution. So if I use substitution, let me find the value of b from here. So b will become 21 minus 9a, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put this value in equation number 1. So I'll get 4a plus 9. Now in place of b, 21 minus of 9a minus of 42 is equal to 0. So I get 4a plus 9 into 1 is 9, 9 into 2 is 18. So 189 minus 9 into 9 is 81a minus of 42 is equal to 0, right? So let's do it here. So that becomes 4a minus 81a. How many a? Minus of 77a, right? And 189 minus 42. So plus 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 minus 4 is 4. So 147 is equal to 0, right? Okay. So you can do like minus 77a is equal to minus of 147, right? So minus minus cancel out. So a becomes 147 divided by 77. So which number? I think it can be divided by 7, right?
Yes.
Have I done it? I think 189 just 1 minute. I think it should be somewhere I have done a mistake. Wait, plus B. What was the given equation? Okay, Arsha is now coming. I think in the question it was not minus 2 by 3, it was plus 2 by 3 which was given, right? I took it minus, isn't it, Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am, it's 2 by 3.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's 2 by 3.
just make it plus, so just a change. So this is a square, so it will remain same. Only this will become plus, right? Only this term. So this term will become plus, so it's actually plus 42. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only difference will come. Yeah, because it was not exactly divisible, so that is why I was wondering. So now it becomes minus of 77a and 189 plus 42 this time. So 9 into that is 11, carry 1, 8 and 4, 13, carry 1. So 231 is equal to 0, right? Okay, so minus
Yeah.
of 77a is equal to minus of 231, minus minus goes out. A is 231 divided by 77. So you can just start with the table of 11 and check, right? Because 77 you can see easily divisible by 11. So now the numerator 11 into 2 is 22 and then 1, so 21, right? And divided by 7. And that becomes 3. So your A is equal to 3, right?
Yeah.
Now you put this A here in B. So what will you get? Now B will be 21 minus 9 into 3. So that becomes 21 minus 27 and it becomes minus of 6. So B is equal to minus of 6. So that's how you solve it. Martin, in your case, actually in many questions, your approach is correct, but I think you are not practicing enough, Martin. You are making very little mistakes, sometimes minus sign, plus sign, that kind of mistakes.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, I mean, obviously you are losing at least half of the marks you are losing in that, okay?
Oh,
Please do it carefully.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, next question. Let us quickly look at the next question. So Martin, do you have the solution with you? The test solution?
Or like
I
my
mean,
paper.
yeah, the paper
Yeah.
PDF.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can also cross check with me. Second question, Sarah, look at that.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to solve these equations, right? By factorization method. So Martin, I'm going to tell you a mistake here. What exactly you did. Plus 2 upon x minus 1 is equal to 6 by x. So whenever you have fraction, you are adding fractions, the only thing is to take LCM, right? Nothing
Yeah.
else can be done. So simply start by taking LCM. So the LCM becomes x minus 2 into x minus 1, correct? Now
Yeah.
here x minus 1 will come plus 2 into x minus 2. Sarah, is this a step understood or not? Please tell.
Yeah.
Yes? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So the next step becomes you open the bracket. So x minus 1 plus 2x, right? And plus minus minus 4. And then divided by, you also multiply. So x square minus of x minus of 2x minus minus plus 2 into 1 is 2, right? It's equal to
Yeah.
6 by x. Okay. So you get x plus 2x, that means 3x and minus of 5 divided by, so that becomes x square minus of 3x plus 2 is equal to 6 by x, right?
Yeah.
Again, you cross multiply. So 3x minus 5 into x is equal to 6 into x square minus 3x plus 2, right? So that becomes 3x square minus of 5x is equal to 6x square minus 3 into 6 is 18x plus 2 into 6 is 12. Now at this step, Martin, you are making mistakes. When you are shifting, like take everything on the left side. Okay, just don't worry about the sign. Like change the sign. Minus of
Okay.
6x square plus of 18x minus of 12 is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you get 3x square minus 6x square. So you are getting minus of 3x square. Now in your answer, there's no minus, right?
Yeah.
Minus 5 plus 18. So that becomes plus of 13x, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have minus of 12. So you're simply making plus minus mistakes. Now you can take a minus common, right? Because you can see your first term is minus. So now in the next step, you can remove the minus. So take minus common. So all the signs will change. Minus of 13x plus of 12 is equal to 0. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that's the quadratic equation you have got. Fine, Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can simply split the middle term and solve it. Yeah, can you do it? Okay, just both of you solve it right now by splitting the middle term.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, like what are the factors of the middle term, Sarah? Yes, Sarah, in the next step, what should I do? Tell me. Unmute your mic.
Ma'am, by we have to find the product of first and the last term.
Okay, so what is that? Oh, Arshia is also there in the class. Okay, help.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Arshia, I am solving the paper which I gave in the last class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please have a look at the solutions.
Yes.
Okay. So Sarah, first you multiply this 3 with 12, right?
Yeah.
So how much is it? 3 into 12? Yes, 3 into 12. See, if you don't know the table, you can multiply, right? 3 into 2 is 6, 3 into 1 is 3, 36, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now now tell me, what should I do?
Then we have to find the
Hmm.
factors.
Yeah, prime factors, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so Martin, in one of the question, for example, you're finding prime factor of 160, right?
Okay.
Yeah. What you are doing here, now please note, you are starting like 10 into 16. Is this a prime number, Martin? No? 10, is it a prime number? Okay, what is a prime number? What is the definition of a prime number?
Ma'am, prime number is number which has only one source.
No, it has two factors. I told
Two
you very
factors.
clearly. What are the two factors?
One and the number.
Exactly. Okay, Arshia, first of all, prime number is, it has two factors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What are the two factors? First is the number itself, and the other factor is always 1. So that's the definition of a prime number. And this process is called prime factorization. That means we have to do prime factors. Understood, Martin? We have to
Yeah.
break this number into product of primes. So 10 is not a prime number. You could have start with 2 and then into 5. So 2 times. And that is why you are not able to split the middle term. Okay. So
Yeah.
I just remember. So that is why I told you. Okay, so 2 into 1 and 16. So 2 into 9, then 3 into 3, 3 into 1, right? Now you want 13. So which combination I can take? 9 and 4, right?
Yeah.
9 and 4 I can take. So 3x square, then minus of 9x minus of 4x, because minus 13 and plus 12 is equal to 0. Now I can take 3x common, so x minus of 3. Then I can take minus of 4 common, so x and minus of 3, right? Because after opening the bracket, this minus and this minus will combine and become plus, so you get a plus 12. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you take x minus 3 common, so you get 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now equate every factor. So basically your quadratic equation has now been reduced into product of two linear factors. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll discuss what are linear and quadratic. Okay, sorry, in your class I have already discussed. So linear means degree 1, quadratic means degree 2. So now we equate each factor to 0. So that gives you x is equal to 3, right? And the other factor 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. That gives you 3x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 4 by 3. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how you solve it. So Martin, like up to somewhere here you were right, and after that you made a plus sign mistake. Yeah. Okay, let us look at. So has everyone noted it?
Yeah.
Second question, second part. So this you have done correct, Martin.
Oh.
3x square plus 10x. Arshia, were you able to solve it?
No, ma'am. I actually did only the starting two.
Starting to.
And the second one, I think I made a mistake.
Okay. Okay, let us solve it. So first of all, we multiply these two terms, right? First and last. So what you get here, so this is 7 under root 3 into under root 3, right?
Yeah.
So 7 under root 3 means 7 into under root 3 and then into under root 3. So this under root 3 will become 3, right? So it is
Yes.
7 into 3, that is 21.
Okay.
So you have to do prime factorizations of 21 now. So 21, start with 3 into 7 and 7 into 1, that's it. And 7 plus 3 is 10, right? So under root 3x square plus 7x plus 3x plus 7 under root 3 is equal to 0. And actually all of these questions were previously asked in CBSE examinations, okay? Most of the time I pick up those problems which were previously asked in boards. So don't think they are out of syllabus or quite difficult. These types of questions are going to come in your exam. Okay? So don't just stick to NCRT. You have to practice some higher level questions also. Okay. NCRT actually tells you only the method and few practice questions, but you have to do other questions as well from other books to practice more. Right. Now from first two terms, I think only x is common, right? Nothing else. Take x common. So under root 3x and plus 7. Okay, plus. Now I have 3 here and I have under root 3 here. So 3 means under root 3 into under root 3. So that means I can take 1 under root 3 common, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I can take 1 under root 3 common. So in the first term, under root 3x will remain, right? And plus
Yes.
7 is equal to 0. Now this bracket is common. and then x plus under root 3 is equal to 0. So now the quadratic equation has been reduced into two linear factors. So now every factor will be equated to 0 and x plus under root 3 is equal to 0. So that gives you minus 7 by under root 3 and this one will give you x is equal to minus under root 3. So it was not tough, right?
No, ma'am.
Don't be scared of under roots, right?
Yeah.
Third part now. So this was also asked in one of the board examinations. 2 into a square plus b square into x plus a square b square is equal to 0. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now in these types of questions, A and B type of questions, sometimes it is already, the middle term is already splitted. Okay, just you have to expand it. 4x square minus of 2a square and plus minus minus, sorry, x will also come here, and 2b square x, right? Plus a square b square is equal to 0. Now you can see if I can take something common. So from the first two terms, if I take like 2x common, right? So I get 2x and minus a square, right? From the next two terms,
Yeah.
I can see there's a b square common. So if I take like minus of b square, so I get 2x and minus of a square is equal to 0. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is this okay? Why minus a square? Because I have taken minus outside. So the sign of this term will change. Okay, Arshia?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I'm taking a minus common. Okay. So 2x minus a square, this whole bracket is common. 2x minus of b square is equal to 0. Now you equate both the factors. So 2x minus a square is equal to 0. That gives you x is equal to a square by 2, right? And the other factor, 2x minus b square is equal to 0. That gives you x is equal to b square by 2. Simple. Arshia, do you also have R.D. Sharma book?
No, ma'am.
Please buy this, okay, for your board preparation.
Okay, ma'am. Is it like online as well?
It should be available. I mean, solutions are available everywhere, but please search for the PDF also.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, otherwise solutions are there and solution contains questions also.
Okay, ma'am.
You don't find a book.
I have a book. It has like a lot of questions related to maths.
Which one?
It's exam media or idea. I don't know.
Whatever, right? That is also fine. Just point is you have to practice some extra questions, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So don't buy then in that case if you already have it.
Okay.
So, I mean, when you practice extra questions, Sarah, Martin, everyone, so you get familiar with the question. Like, for example, if you look at this type of question in the exam, so at least something will strike you. Okay, I solved it that way. So that might help you. So practice more and more. Next, fourth part now.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I wanted to ask that like in board exams,
Mm.
like I have taken basic.
Mm-hmm.
So will the exams be like standard or like will it be like different for like each standard and basic students? Like 10th board.
Can I answer you in the next class?
Yeah.
I'll have a look at the syllabus again and previous questions, etc. Okay, so you have taken basic. Okay, and Martin, what about you?
Advanced.
Advanced. Okay, and Arshia,
Basic.
you are also basic.
In
Okay.
our school, it says like the portion will be same for standard and basic, but then it will be like an easy level for basic.
Yeah, syllabus remains same. Yeah, the type of questions will be easy. Okay. But anyway, at least assignment questions you can do. That will give you a better understanding of the concept also, right? It will help you in your higher classes, at least.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Now here in this question, what I'll do is I'll take all the x terms one side. And these questions are not tough, just simple calculations. Like you have to do it carefully, that's it. Right, now take LCM, both sides. So a plus b plus x into x, right? And here I get x minus, and then this bracket a plus b plus x. Always use bracket. Here LCM is ab. So a into 1 and you get b plus a. Is this step clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Now you open the bracket. So x minus a minus b minus x, and divided by, you have ax plus bx plus x square. And here you have a plus b. B plus a is equal to a plus b, same thing. And then you have ab. So now this x cancels out. X minus x is 0, right? So you get, now I just cross multiply. So minus a minus b into ab, and is equal to a plus b into ax plus bx plus x square. Now if from this bracket, if I take a minus outside, so I get a plus b, right? Is equal to
Yeah.
a plus b, ax plus bx plus x square, so that I can just cancel out this thing. So it's only minus of ab is equal to ax plus bx plus x square. So now take everything one side. So let us take everything right side. So 0 is equal to ax plus bx plus x square plus ab, right? So I'm just writing it in the standard form. So x square plus ax plus bx plus ab is equal to 0. So I can write 0 on the right hand side or left hand side, doesn't matter. The expression is equal to 0. Now from the first two terms, I can take x common, so x plus a. From here, I can take b common, x plus a, that you can see. So x plus a into x plus b is equal to 0. That gives you x plus a is equal to 0. That gives you x is equal to minus a. And x plus b is equal to 0. That gives you x is equal to minus b.
Okay.
These are simple questions. I don't think they are quite tough. Simple, like once additional step of taking LCM, that's it.
Done, ma'am.
Right. Next also, fifth part. So 16x minus 10 upon x is equal to 27. Again, in this type of expression, when you have fraction, take LCM. So take LCM, which is x, because you have 1 here, right? Okay, so this will become 16x square, right? 1x will be multiplied, and minus of 10 is equal to 27. Now you cross multiply. 16x square minus 10 is equal to 27x. Bring it here. So 16x square minus of 27x and minus of 10 is equal to 0. So that becomes 160. So this was the question mark where you were making mistakes. So 2 into 80, right? 2 into 40, then 2 into 20, 2 into 10, and then 2 into 5, and then 5 into 1. So these are the prime factors. Now you want 27. So which combination you can take? 2 into 4 into 8 into 16, 32. 32 and 5, right? 32 and 5 will give you 27.
Yeah.
32 minus 5. So you do 16x square and minus of 32x plus of 5x. And then minus 10 is equal to 0. 16x common, so you have x minus 2. plus 5 common, you have x minus 2 is equal to 0. Plus 5 is equal to 0, right? That gives you x minus 2 is equal to 0. This gives you x is equal to 2, right? And 16x plus 5 is equal to 0. That gives you x is equal to minus of 5 divided by 16. That's the answer. So please note, all three of you require a lot of practice with quadratic equations, as I have noted from the test.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, let us have a revision of nature of.
Minute, can you?
Okay.
Yeah, then.
Arsha, done?
No, ma'am, 1 second. Done, ma'am.
Okay, so the next question was about nature of roots. Let us have a revision about nature of Martin. Yeah, Martin, you have also not attempted this question. Let us discuss about nature of roots.
Yes.
Now, okay, now before nature of roots, I want you to remember this formula. Anyway, this is not in your syllabus, but at least you can remember the formula, right? This is quadratic formula. So if you have any equation of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, this is the general form of any quadratic equation, right?
Yeah.
So there are two methods of solving it. One is one is what we do factorization method by splitting the middle term, that is called factorization method. Okay. So in exam, if it is written that solve by factorization method, that means splitting the middle term. Factorization means you are reducing your quadratic equation into two linear factors. Ultimately, we get x plus something equal to 0, and right. So we are factorizing it into two factors. Now, quadratic formula you can directly find. So x is equal to minus of b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac and divided by 2a. So that is the formula which you have to keep in your mind. That will also help you to determine about the nature of roots. I'll tell you how. So you don't have to remember nature of roots. If you please note down this formula. And you know what is a, what is b, what is c, right? A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of middle term x, and c is the constant term. Okay. Now this thing which is inside the bracket, this is also called d or discriminant. Like b square minus 4ac is also denoted by d, which is called discriminant, right? So there's a special name of this term, discriminant. Understood? So my formula can also be written like this: minus b plus minus under root d divided by 2a. So this way also I can write. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now there can be three things. See, b is a real number, right? 2a is a real
Yeah.
number. But now I have a square root, and you know that square root type of numbers are irrational numbers, okay? So if I get a perfect square, for example, 4, so I can reduce it to 2, that's okay. But if I get something like minus of 6, let's say, so what will you do? You are getting a minus sign. So first of all, understood, whenever you have a minus sign inside the square root, such type of number are called imaginary, right? They are not real numbers, they are imaginary numbers. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because in real numbers, we have numbers like this, under root 2, under root 3, under root 5. Remember this thing, under root 13.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they were not having a minus sign inside the square root. So if there is a minus sign, such numbers are not real, they are imaginary. So there's a further division between real numbers and imaginary numbers, which you will study in your higher classes. So first remember this thing. Okay. So far, you only know about real numbers. Fine, Arshia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I want to tell you is, now look at the formula. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root d and divided by 2a, right? D, you know, d is equal to b square minus 4a. That is your d. That's how you calculate. Now look at it. There can be three cases. Whether d is positive, whether you get a positive number, right? Or d is 0, another case, or you can get d is negative. These are the three possibilities here. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, if let us take one by one. So if d is positive, so what will I get? So one root will be x is equal to minus b plus under root d divided by 2a. I mean, d is having some value here, right? So I have to write it. And the other root will be minus b minus under root d divided by 2a. That's how I'll write it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is plus minus, that means there are two values. Now, if my d is 0, how will I write it? So x is equal to minus b plus 0 divided by 2a, right? So which becomes simple minus b by 2a. And the other I'll write minus b minus 0 divided by 2a, which is simple minus b by 2a. Is that okay? Okay, see again.
Yeah.
See again, if my d is 0. If my d is 0, so basically x is equal to minus b plus minus 0 divided by 2a. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
okay? That means I can write x is equal to minus b by 2a plus 0. That means minus b by 2a. And the other is minus b by 2a minus 0. That's also same. So it will remain minus b by 2a in both the cases. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now if my d is negative, so what will happen? So x is equal to minus b plus minus, then minus d divided by 2a. So I have told you that whenever you have a minus sign, so you are going to get imaginary roots. Understood? Or you call it not real.
Yeah.
Imaginary, or in your book, they call it not real. Okay? So the roots are not real if your d is negative. So I have told you this thing.
Yeah.
Now come to this case. When d is 0, that means you are going to get same answer, minus b by 2a minus b by 2a. So obviously your roots are real. I mean, you're getting something, it's real and equal also, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And in this case, where d is positive, then of course the roots are real, but they are different roots. One is plus under root d, one is minus under root d. So you are getting distinct roots. One is different from the other. Is this clear, Arshia?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So that's how you tell about the nature of roots. So first you calculate d. If it is positive, I mean, in both the cases, the roots are real, right? And if this is like not real. Now there can be two possibilities. They can be different roots, they can be same roots. So if d is 0, roots are equal. D is positive, roots are different. Understood, Martin?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us look at the question, how we solve it. First, So you have 2x square minus of 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. So you have to tell about the nature of the roots. And Martin, you have solved it. So you don't have to solve the equation. You don't have to find the value of x. You have to find d. Understood?
Okay.
That's it. So find it out. B is minus 3, right? So minus 3 whole square. A is 2 and C is 5. So that becomes 9 minus 4 into 5 is 20 into 2, 40. So that becomes minus of 31. So what kind of roots they are? D is
Not
negative.
real.
Negative.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, negative.
No, negative, but what kind of roots? Not real, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not real. So they are not real roots. Fine. Yeah,
So if
that's it.
it's positive, it's a
Yeah. If it is positive, then roots are obviously real and they are distinct, okay? There is one, I'll come to it. So is this understood? They are not real because D is negative. You write D is negative or less than 0 or negative. So roots are not real. Not real, okay? Second equation, 2x square minus of cx plus 3 is equal to 0. Find out D. D is b square minus 4ac. That is minus 6 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3, right? So that is
Yes.
36 minus 4 into 2, 8 into 3 is also 36. Oh, sorry, not equal to 0. So this is equal to 0. Now discriminant is 0. So what will you write? Roots are, of course, they are real, but also,
Zero.
sorry, here you will write they are, oh yeah, they are not real. Okay, now they are real and how equal also, right? D is 0.
Yeah.
D is 0, equal also. Third, let's see, 4x square plus 4 under root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. So find out D. Again, b square minus 4ac. So that becomes 4 under root 3 whole square, right? Minus 4 into 4 and then 3 is equal to 0. So that becomes 4 under root 3 into 4 under root 3. What will it become? 4 into 4, 16. And then root 3 into root 3 is 3, right?
Yes.
So 16 into 3 I'll get here. Minus 4, 4, the 16 into 3 again. Why I'm writing 0? Sorry, please. You know, writing equation. So I have got a habit of writing 0, I think. Okay. So I'm getting 0, right? Again.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted. Mhm. 1 minute. Equation was 2x square minus 6x plus 3, right? 2x square minus 6x plus 3. Okay, that is fine. Oh, some mistake I'm doing. You people don't check calculations, right? It was not minus 36 here. See, 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 3 is 24. Isn't it, Arshia?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wrote 36. So 36 minus 24, how much? 6 minus 4 is 2 and 3, 12. So I'm getting 12. So that means D is
Real.
Positive.
positive in this case, not equal to 0. So roots are of course real, but they are distinct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in this case, your D is equal to 0. So roots are, they are of course real, but they are equal. So I think now you will remember. this thing?
Yes, ma'am.
So keep the formula in mind. With the help of formula, it is easier to remember. Right?
Do we have to remember full that thing you showed, or just D is equals to B square minus 4AC?
See, when you are getting a question, you require only this much, right? But for your understanding, like why are you calling it equal roots? Why are you calling it distinct roots? So basically, this thing is coming from the formula, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in case you forget it, at least you know the formula and then you can see yourself. So x is equal to minus b plus minus under root d divided by 2a. Let's take one by one. D is positive, right? Again, look at D is positive, okay? So that means, let's say D is equal to 4 something, right? It's positive, any number I can take. Let's take D is equal to 4. So what will I get? X is equal to minus b plus minus under root 4 divided by 2a. Clear? Just to show it. And is equal to, minus b plus minus 2 divided by 2a, right? So one root is minus b plus 2 divided by 2a. Another root is minus b minus 2 divided by 2a. So I'm getting some roots. I mean, I'm getting a real number, but two different numbers I'm getting here, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
One is
Yeah.
plus d, one is minus d. So we say that roots are real and distinct in this case, right? Second, like if d is 0, so what will remain in the formula? Now minus b plus minus 0 divided by 2a, right? I mean, under root 0 is also 0. So minus b plus minus 0 divided by 2. So that means you are not adding something, you are not subtracting anything, right? Plus 0 minus 0. You're not adding anything, you're not subtracting anything. So the roots remain minus b by 2a, minus b, right?
Yes,
These are the
ma'am.
roots, right? So they will remain like minus b by 2a and minus b by 2a. So they, of course, they are real because you are getting some number here. It's real, which is of the form of p by q, but equal also in this case. Same roots you are getting. Because here you are not adding or subtracting anything. So obviously minus b by 2a minus b by 2a will remain. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So only this was the thing which was making it distinct in this case. And third, when d is negative, so as I told you, whenever you have a negative sign inside a square root, that becomes an imaginary number. Minus of d divided by 2a. So of course, it's not real. That's it.
Done, ma'am.
So I hope you have understood now, right?
Yes.
Okay, last question of the test. This was also an easy question, but anyway, the sum of the squares of two consecutive odd positive integers. Consecutive means just next to each other, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you want odd positive integer. So let's say my first integer is x, right? First odd positive integer is x, right? Then next odd positive integer. What will be the next odd positive integer? Let's start from 3, right? Let's say, for example. So 4, next number 4, but it is an even number, right? Next 5, then you get 6, then you get 7. So after skipping one number, then you are getting another odd number, isn't it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if this number is x, so this becomes x plus 2. Is that okay, Arshia? Not x plus 1. Fine, Martin?
Yeah.
See, if x is odd, right? So x plus 1, next number will be even, right? Then x plus 2, it will again be odd. So the next consecutive number will be x plus 2. Okay. Now the sum of the squares, that means first number square plus second number square. This sum is 394. That's it, according to question. Simple, solve it. Now this is a plus b whole square. Okay. Please remember this type of bracket, we always use identity. So x square plus 2 square and plus 2ab. So 2 into 2 into x is equal to 394. So x 2x square and plus 4 plus 4x is equal to 394, right? So 2x square plus 4x, and if you just subtract, so you get minus of 390 is equal to 0, right? You bring it here and then you have a plus 4. Now you can take a 2 common just to make it a bit simple. So x square plus 2x minus 1 and 19. So 2 into 9 is 18. So 195 is equal to 0. And that 2 will go in the denominator. It will become 0. Fine, Arshia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can ask like if there is any confusion in any step. Yes, Martin. Okay. Now you do
Okay.
prime factorization of 195. So 5 into 3 is 15, then 45. So 5 into 9 is 45. Then 3 into 1 and 3 and 13. 13 is a prime number. You want 2. So 15 and 13 combination I can take, right? So
Yeah.
x square minus, sorry, you can write, minus of 13x and plus of 15x, right? This will give you plus 2x and minus of 195 is equal to 0. So x minus 13 and plus 15 common. So you have x minus 13 is equal to 0. So x minus of 13 into x plus 15 is equal to 0, right? So x is equal to 13 and x is equal to minus of 15, right? So
Yes,
this value is rejected. Why? Because we want positive odd integers according to question, right?
yes, ma'am.
So minus 15 is not positive, so we reject this value. Now one number is 13. So next number is equal to x plus 2, which is 13 plus 2, which is 15. So the two consecutive positive odd integers are 13 and 15. Actually, the basic question paper, I just have to take a look at what level of questions they ask in basic. About standard, I know, but so that is why I'll just tell you in the next class, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So only this much we have done. Now, what is the next chapter?
A new chapter of not do
Arithmetic progression, but it's not coming.
AP is not coming in the exam, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
probability.
Just 1 minute. First of all, let me check, have I covered? Okay, real numbers revision we have not done. So would you like to have a revision of real numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, Martin?
Yeah.
And Arshia, do you want it? Arshia, please reply. Please unmute yourself, Arshia. See, actually your exams are approaching. So that is why I think one by one we should revise every chapter, because real numbers we did long before. I think you must have forgotten it, right, Martin?
Yeah.
So I'll do one thing. Today, I'll try to send you one assignment of real numbers. Okay. Please just try to attempt those questions, so that will give you an idea about how much you remember about it.
Yeah.
And we can solve the assignment in the next class then. So that will help in the revision process.
Ma'am, can you send in the group?
Group means, yeah, obviously I'll send in the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, Learnivio office actually uploaded on the portal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, then once it is typed, I'll also send you individually on your WhatsApp.
Okay, ma'am.
Otherwise, you do some questions yourself. At least
Yeah.
do the exercises, and just let me know wherever you have problem, so that will help in the revision process.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
polynomial revision, I think we have done. Pair of linear equation in two variables, quadratic equation,
Ma'am,
triangles.
the pair of linear equation, we did half, right?
We did half. Okay. Okay, then let's see if we will get time. We will take up this chapter again. Pair of.
Yeah, ma'am.
But in the test also, your performance was not very good. Pair of linear equations also. Martin, how many marks you got?
Really,
Okay, don't say. I think. But as far as I remember, the marks were not very satisfactory. So please practice the chapter again. Okay, Arshia. Okay, both of you can leave now. Arshia, you please stay here. I want to talk to you.
okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Yes, Arshia, can I talk to you? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I couldn't unmute because there's like vacuum over here.
Okay. So Arshia, I just want to ask you something that
Okay, ma'am.
see, currently, as you can see, what my plan is actually, because after vacations, after some time, all of you are going to have your exams.
Yes.
So actually, I was trying to have a revision of one by one of the chapters we have already done.
Ma'am, like how many chapters are done already?
Okay, so wait, I have covered initial chapters, like I have covered real numbers. I'll give you extra classes, don't worry if you want.
I think